If you struggle with your backswing, here's a great backswing thought you can implement within your practice. It's going to give you a little bit more rotation in the backswing and then the right shift and transfer weight in the downswing. Golf club against your shoulders and try and get your sternum on the instep of your right foot as you get to the top of the backswing. So sternum on the instep of your right foot. Then you're going to extend your arms from here. The weight should feel on the instep of your right foot. Then as we come into the downswing, we're going to try and get our left shoulder to go down and forwards. That's going to transfer weight into our left side. And then all our weight at the moment impact should feel into your left side. Left shoulder is going to work down and forwards, hands at the head, and that is going to enable us to create ball turf contact every time. Struggling with your backswing rotation, where your right shoulder at address doesn't get too far behind you in the backswing, you lack depth and also get really steep in downswing. Place the golf club across your shoulders. The club head is a reference point to your right shoulder. You're going to try and get the club head to disappear behind you in the backswing. So that's a great interpretation of getting your right shoulder working up and back. Club head disappears. Left shoulder points in the instep of my right foot. Then we're going to extend our arms to the top of the backswing. My hands are as far away from my head as possible. We create maximum depth and back into the downswing. That gives us the freedom to shift and rotate and extend through impact. So think right shoulder is far behind you in the backswing. So left shoulder is far behind you in the fall through. So right shoulder behind you in the backswing, left shoulder behind you in the downswing. If you struggle with an inside takeaway, think about the position of your thumbs. Your thumbs, if this is a square position, are pointing towards the centre line of your body. If I rotate the forearms too much, thumbs are pointing away from your right heel. Left shoulder starts to elevate, hands get really low. Club gets stuck behind you in the backswing, and then we struggle to get the club into the downswing. As you swing the club back, try and get your thumbs to point towards the sky a little bit earlier. Not rotate the forearms too excessively. Think left shoulder down, thumbs to the sky. So thumbs to point over your right shoulder. So left shoulder moving down and across, thumbs to the sky. Right arm and more on top, left arm. That's going to get the club a little bit steeper in the backswing and a little bit more in front of you. It's going to get your hands above your shoulder plane and also give you a little bit more opportunity to shallow downswing in no time. If you struggle with your backswing, where the right elbow gets too much behind the right side of your rib cage, backswing gets really flat, then the elbow falls back and the downswing shaft gets steep, here's a great feeling that's going to help you eradicate what you're doing. Position your right elbow as we swing the club back. Try and keep both elbows really close together. So you're trying to squeeze your right elbow closer to your left elbow as you get to the top of the backswing. That keeps the connection between both elbows. Then as we get to the top of the backswing, your elbows are going to start to separate. The right elbow points down towards your right hip. Then as we come into impact, the right elbow is going to work ahead of the right hip. So the right elbow points down at the top of the backswing, then your right elbow is going to work ahead of your right hip into the downswing, which is going to maintain the position of the right hand. So right elbow ahead, the right hip coming down, that keeps the bend in the right arm and also extension in the right wrist for longer, which is going to help us deal off those irons coming into impact and also extend our low point after impact. If you're somebody that struggles with a club gets stuck and underneath you coming down, where you hit the ball out to the right, known as a push, or any type of curvature that goes right to left through there, one thing that we see a lot, think about your right hip and also your right knee get too far ahead of your right foot. Right heel comes off the ground, club gets stuck behind you, and then from there we're having to do everything with our hands. When we do that, your right knee moves ahead of your right foot. Think about you're trying to push your right hip back into your right heel, so pushing your right hip back into your right heel, that's going to stabilise the foot and also allow your right knee to move ahead of your right ankle. So the right knee's not moving forward, the right knee's moving to the side, so the right knee moves closer to your left knee. That's going to keep the weight more on the instep of the right foot, and it's going to allow you to transfer your weight more into your left side coming down. Keeping your right hip back and you're pushing your right hip back into your right heel, that's going to push your hips back into your heels. It's going to allow the club to work a little bit more in front of you coming down. It's going to allow your chest to face the ground for a split second longer, the hands to stay a little bit closer to the body on the way through and work up and left through impact. One issue we see a lot of golfers that struggle with the club head hitting the ground before impact, that causes thins, tops and a host of different shots. It deflates the ego and also reduces the confidence. Think about the position of your right shoulder. As we get to the top of the backswing, all our weight stays into our right foot, the right shoulder drops too quickly, left shoulder goes up towards the sky, a sternum gets too far behind a pelvis, your weight stays in your right foot, and then that's where the club head hits the ground well before impact. If you're this golfer, simple drill, take your right hand, grip it halfway down the shaft, connect the grip end of the club just above your right hip. And all we're going to do from here is we're going to try and get our right hip and right shoulder past the golf ball at impact. I'm going to try and get my right hip and right shoulder to cover the golf ball at impact. From here is I'm going to try and get my right shoulder and right hip past the golf ball at impact. I should feel from here that my right shoulder goes down, covers the golf ball, my chest gets ahead of the golf ball, and I feel like all my weight gets into my left side. So right hip and right shoulder past the golf ball, point your right shoulder ahead of the golf ball. That is a great feeling. It's going to allow your left side to clear out the way. It's going to feel this kind of side crunch as opposed to the right shoulder drop in. And the right shoulder in the golf ball impact. Think about grip end of the golf club into your right hip, right shoulder, right hip past the golf ball. Keep the bend in the right arm. That's a feeling. That's going to help your left side clear the way and also transfer your weight into your left side at impact. Think about right pec and right shoulder to cover the golf ball impact. So right shoulder and right pec to cover the golf ball impact. Hands are going to be ahead. Now deal off that club coming into impact and improve your impact conditions.